Hey guys, welcome to the Play for Life Comics Final Order Cutoff Show for 8/13/22. What this is ways to order books through us 3 to 5 weeks out. That we do have a Google Docs sheet attached where you can fill out books. We have a blank space at the bottom where you can add books that we didn't cover because there's dozens of books every week on top of what we cover here. We tend to cover number ones, hot covers, and possible first appearances. But if you second prints, yeah, anything we think you guys might be interested in. Anything else, if it's a DC book, go to lunardistribution.com. If it is anything else other than DC, check out previewsworld.com, FOC, and it'll bring up dozens of books. If you just need your issue that week of Spider-Man, we can help you out. We just might not cover it in the show. I'm going a little bit faster this week because we got a huge week this week. So we're going to jump right on into it. If you guys got any questions, ask in the comments or shoot us a message. Any of the single issues on this one, we can provide 20% off, and we do ship. So let's get started. Without further ado, Image Comics, Antioch, #1. This character has kind of had a Namor vibe to me. He's from another planet, right? Or an alternate reality.
Just of Lost Kingdom.
Lost Kingdom. So very Atlantis-esque. And he's come to kind of make us pay for destroying
Save us from destroying the world.
Okay. So kind of an environmental lean on that, which has been a heavy thing as of late. So you got an A cover from Marco Ferrari, a Jeff Stokely cover, and when he comes to save us, he ends up getting locked in a superhero prison. So like The Raft or Belle Reve or something like that. Stuff of Nightmares. This one's written by R.L. Stine of Goosebumps, and they're done as a flip book. So there's two artists, and what a flip book is, you can read it two different stories from either side. So it's going to be a horror anthology just in time for Halloween. This is a 1 of 4, so only 4 issues, an easy jump in. Excuse me. You got a Francisco Francavilla cover who does some great horror stuff if you're not familiar. Tim Jacobus, definitely a classic Goosebumps look there. Francavilla, glow in the dark for $1 more. And a Jacobus glow in the dark for $1 more. So if you like the gimmicks, there's your option there. So some good, probably family-friendly horror stuff for Halloween season. You got a couple more covers. This is the Miguel. You got a blank sketch cover, the Miguel Mercado cover. Kind of got a classic look of one of the books there. Kyle Hott's bagged variant. Usually they don't show you the bagged variant, but there you go. A little more gruesome. Shock Shop. This one I found interesting. This is from Dark Horse Comics. These are all out early on in September. 1 of 4. So these will probably finish up somewhere around end of October.
And guys, I got to correct myself because I told Brandon what that was. This one's the one that's actually the flip book because there's 2 artists. Okay. The R.L. Stine book is an anthology book of stories, but it's not a flip book. But this one is the flip book because there's 2 artists listed.
And I apologize, guys, for mixing you guys up there. This one had some interesting to me because it's a anthology horror book about and the host, your Elvira or who's the Svengoolie or something like that kind of character, is a comic shop owner who runs a haunted comic shop. And I've had some of my regulars do think this place is haunted because we keep some creepy dolls and stuff around, but it's kind of a running joke here. So it's a anthology piece about a haunted comic shop. So I'm definitely going to pull this one out. It's Cullen Bunn writing, who's a great writer, another fellow North Carolinian. So there you go. You got kind of your comic shop. Got your spinner rack in the background there. Crashing. This is another number one. It's kind of a medical drama. We didn't. I forgot to write down what this one was actually, guys. So we got a lot. So we're going to keep moving on. This is from IDW. They've really been pushing their indie stuff as opposed to their licensed stuff like My Little Pony and G.I. Joe lately. And some of it's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. So here's Crashing number one. You got a few different covers here. Jorge Corona cover. Leanna Kangas cover. On to ASM. Marvel does have quite a few second prints. We'll run through those fairly quick. ASM number 6 second print. They've been later printing this series quite a bit, which has been good for us because they've been selling like hotcakes. So you got your Mark Bagley variant there. That was the $9.99 issue. That was the number 900. Yep. So most things we do offer 20% on our trade paperbacks and hardcovers. We may feature 1 or 2 per show. We cannot offer that. So these are going to be priced as is. So this is $39.99 out in October. Deadpool Epic Collection. Epics tend to collect 20 to 35 issues depending. I'm not sure exactly what this one collects, but there you go.
Yeah, it's some crossover stuff with Wolverine and
okay.
His own series, and it bounces around a little bit.
All right, cool. Demon Wars Iron Samurai number 1, second print with a new Peach Momoko cover. They had 2 Peach Momoko covers to start. So if you're collecting her stuff, this is a great one to pick up. Edge of Spider-Verse number 1, second print, also a great book. We'll probably have a lot of these because we sold through that one pretty well. Midnight Suns. We were kind of having a discussion trying to remember how the original Midnight Suns was spelled. I think it was S-O-N-S. This is Suns, S-U-N-S. And they're dealing with some of the kind of paranormal type stuff. But you got Blade, Magic, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, a couple of extra different characters in there. I think that girl in the background is the one from Strange Academy. I forget her name.
Yeah, because she's the target in the first episode. Some evil demons are out to get her. And instead of Ghost Rider, that's actually Spirit Rider.
Ah, okay.
Remember, they brought that in as a new character.
David Nakayama A cover of a 1 in 5 series. You got your Kevin Eastman game variant. So there you go. If you're a Turtles fan, there's a Eastman variant to pick up. Of course, kind of a design variant there. Vincentini C cover. Moon Knight number 14, second print. Ms. Marvel and Venom. They've been doing a bunch of these one-shots with Ms. Marvel. They've been doing the same thing with Moon Girl, where if you get all the one-shots, it does kind of create a continuity there. This is her teamed up with Venom. Great Sarah Pacelli A cover there. Momoko B cover. Kind of cool effect with the symbiote. Walt Simonson. There you go. There's a throwback artist.
Yeah, I liked his C cover there.
I
always think about the Beta Ray Bill.
I was about to say
Thor 337.
Creator of Beta Ray Bill right there. So, and his wife does some great work as well. Tomb of Dracula Collection Volume 6. Now, this one's interesting. We usually wouldn't show a Volume 6. The reason we are showing this one is up to this point, the volumes have collected Tomb of Dracula, the comic book. This collects the magazines, which as a comic shop, we've been in business 6.5 years. I may have had less than a half dozen of those Tomb of Dracula magazines flow through here in 6 years. And we keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. So these are harder to find Tomb of Dracula stories. Gene Colan cover. I think Gene Colan does all the interiors. And all the magazines were in black and white. What I like about the black and white, especially with the horror stuff, you get to see all that great line work. I don't know. It has a little more feel to it for some reason for me. Venom number 10. This is Dylan and Eddie Brock team up and their symbiotes. So it's kind of a team up story.
Against, what's his name? Mayhem?
Okay. Yeah, I remember when he came out a while back. So you got a Brian Hitch A cover there. Sequoia B cover. The Ninjets, this is from Dynamite. This is coming out of Jennifer Blood, which is a series Dynamite's been doing for quite a while. Just some great covers. You got schoolgirls with nunchucks. So, what else? What else is there to say? Jonathan Lau B cover there. You got a Dave Acosta dirt bike cover. Sebastian Perez cover there. A blank sketch. And we're on to Scarlet Sisters. These are all characters that have been used in, a lot of them are older public domain type characters that Dynamite uses. I forget the name of the one. I know the one in the hat is a big part of their Superpower series, which has like Black Terror and some of the other old school Golden Age characters. But they have teamed up against a big threat, and there's just some great characters. You got a Linsner cover, the creator of Dawn. Jacob Edgar B cover. A Lurie or Lyrics. Let us know how you think it's pronounced in the comments. And that's another good time to plug. We are on Facebook and YouTube, so whichever format you like better, definitely check that out. So there we go. Scarlet Sisters. And there's a FOC Ultraviolet Lurie variant. We're on to As of the Barbed. This is a woman. She's kind of part of a tribe, and she's been exiled to keep eye on this kind of great evil that's been bothering their group, their tribe. It's from Scout Comics. Got one cover, I believe, on this one, Rio Burton. Boogeyman #1. They got a lot of great horror stuff coming for Halloween. You got a Jet A cover here. This is help me out with this
story
one.
of a young boy who likes to read stories about the boogeyman. But when his own family's murdered in front of his eyes, he comes to realize that the boogeyman is real. And when it's sort of like a boogeyman universe in a sense, one of the most powerful beings in it decides to protect the boy, and he adventures his way through the boogeyman.
Okay, well, there you go. Good horror piece. I kind of like this B cover. I don't know why. It just had a cool look to it. Rubine C cover. Kind of a throwback Marvel Comics trade dress there. Nieto D cover. You got a glow-in-the-dark blank sketch for $10. So most covers are $3.99. The glow-in-the-dark sketch is $10. Pretty cool, though.
Just get somebody to draw it in glow-in-the-dark ink.
Oh, it'd probably be pretty wild,
yeah.
Man. So, over that one real quick. Erratic from AWA. This was kind of AWA Studios. This was kind of their take on Spider-Man, but it was a good story. You got a Carl Andrews A cover. This is kind of their volume 2. This is Erratic 2 Recharged. But new story, and we'll probably have the trade paperbacks in to lead into that. Diodato B cover. On the last line, this one kind of had a X-Files-ish vibe when it was described to me. This girl sees someone pushed out in front of a car, but she doesn't see who pushed them, and then she gets in with MI6 somehow.
Well, when the police investigate and look at the CCTV footage, there is no person pushing them in front of the car, but she knows what she's seen, so she decides to keep investigating, and that leads her to hook up with a guy from MI6 and find out that there's an alien threat to the world here that's actually behind what's going on.
So there we go. All right. That's pretty cool. Like the cover, anything with a map on it, I'm a kind of a
well, that's, if you watch those like conspiracy stuff, people got the maps with all the lines drawn in and all that. I'm thinking that's what that really means, the last line to connect all the dots of the mystery.
And I'm kind of a cartography nut, so Popstar Assassin #2, volume 2, #1. This is a continuation of Behemoth's series. Behemoth has changed its name to Sumerian. And this has all happened in the last week. It made for some confusion with my ordering last week for sure. So a continuation of that. So it was with some great kind of period piece covers. Here's your kind of disco cover there.
A lot of it's Elvis in Las Vegas. The covers of.
Yeah, there's your Elvis. A lot of covers here. Elvis karate kicking some neon lights. Revealer number 1. This is a continuation of the big indie hit film that came out earlier in the year. You got a couple covers there. Sabrina Anniversary Spectacular number 1 with a Dan Parent cover. I collect Dan Parent art. He's a great Archie artist. This is also the first appearance of Amber Nightstone, her picture up there in the upper right-hand corner.
And Archie's version of Elsa Bloodstone.
Okay. And it's definitely a throwback cover of a old school Betty cover. So I think Archie number 50, I believe, is a Bob Montana cover. Sergeant Werewolf. Now, this was one of the cooler looking ones to me this week. Basically, you got a World War II platoon. They're attacking a German castle that's supposed to be haunted and all this. And this guy dies and is resurrected as a werewolf. And he's got to protect his platoon and fight his way through the castle while protecting his guys, right?
Yeah, and then the other thing he's fighting against are the golems. You always hear a lot about them and a lot of the supernatural stuff.
Absolutely. So that's a cool one. Batman 127. This just has some great covers, and if you've not been reading, 125 started the new storyline with Chip Zdarsky writing and Jorge Jimenez doing the art, and it's just been great so far. Both series, this and Detective, have both been knocking out of the park since they changed up the creative teams. But the reason we picked this one, sorry, we're having a little. Give me 1 second, guys.
I think just because it's so large.
Yeah, it takes a minute to load. But anyway, I'll give a little blurb about what we're doing here. This is the Final Order Cutoff Show. We do have, these are mostly books coming 3 to 4 weeks out. We have a Google Docs sheet down below. You can fill out that if you want. And we can get books ordered for you. We do offer 20% off on single issue books. We can ship all that. Just reach out to us. We'll give you shipping information and all that. So just bear with us while we do a little technical difficulty. And on top of that, there's dozens of other books every week. We just kind of show the top stuff, but there's plenty of other books, and you can access those through, if it's a DC book, it's going to be through lunardistribution.com. If it's anything else, Marvel, indie, anything like that, it's going to be through previewsworld.com. The best way I have found to search for that is FOC Previews. The weekly will pop right up there for you. And another little plug for us, guys. We are a full service comic shop here in Wake Forest, North Carolina. And we do 3 shows a week where we sell books. Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, and 9 a.m. Eastern on Sunday mornings. So definitely check those out. And
nothing there to click.
Oh. There we go. All right. There we are. Sorry, guys, a little technical difficulty. This is why I hire people to help me with computers, because I do not know them. I really don't. Gabrielle Dell'Otto, wraparound cardstock cover for $1 more. Just a great looking Batman in the Sewers cover there. You got an Alex Gardner cardstock cover for that little more digital look. And the Segovia Harley Quinn 30th anniversary cardstock. They're doing a lot of this Harley 30th anniversary stuff. Batman Night Watch. This one I think is a new kids title. And what it is instead of using the internet and whatnot, Batman and all them are using kind of old school methods. So, informants and this kind of thing. And the informants are going to kind of come together and create a group called the Night Watch. And they're going to help them solve crimes and whatnot. But anytime a new kids series from one of the big two comes out, I'm a big supporter of it because I think they're missing a huge demographic with some of that stuff.
Well, you just never know too where, hey, the Night Watch could end up easily flipping into one of the mainstream stories.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we'd be back digging, trying to find
the,
a Night Watch #1.
Yep, and they were all kids' books, so they probably all got beat all to heck. And Black Adam, Atom Smasher #1. This is a lead into the Black Adam movie. They've been doing a lot of for each of the main characters. They've been doing a lot of these kind of one-offs to introduce you to them. Carr Andrews A cover there kind of reminds me of a Neil Adams Spectre cover from back in the day. You got the photo cardstock variant there. Detective Comics 1062 second print. If you didn't read this, it's written. This was the new creative team, first issue of the new creative team of Detective Comics. Ram V writing. They definitely went definitely with like a Victorian aesthetic and like more of a horror bend on everything. It was really good. This is a great way to jump back in and check it out. We still got them on the rack here. Great read. Tedesco cover there. Totally new art for that. On to Harley Quinn 30th Anniversary Special One Shot. This is a $10 book, but they put all the big artists on this one, guys. If it's a big artist who's done a Harley Quinn cover in the past, they're probably on here. Amanda Conner, obviously kind of a classic for Harley Quinn there with the A cover. You got your J. Scott Campbell playing card type cover. You got your art germ, not a traditional art germ, but I really like it. It's kind of got the Batman Adventures 12.
Yeah, it's an homage cover to that.
Yeah, going there. Just a cool, he went a little more animated with it. Jerome Opina, who's done some great indie stuff for Image over the years, Seven to Eternity and all that stuff. Bruce Timm, who did a lot of the early animated series stuff. Terry and Rachel Dotson, never disappoint. Lee Bermejo, one of my favorites. This isn't necessarily one of my favorites. It's a very busy cover, but still, if that's your thing, there you go. Stepan Sejic, who's done some great work. It's an Eastern European artist. Adam Hughes, this one's kind of cool because you got a bunch of different iterations of Harley up there with the exploding head kind of look. Is just a fun cover. On to Poison Ivy #4. This has been a great series. If you've not been reading it, they've had some great covers. Kind of a throwback. It reminds me of the early 2000s Swamp Thing. This is your Jessica Fong A cover. Frazan B cover. Kind of cool with all the floral aspects. And your Amy Reeder Harley Quinn 30th Anniversary cardstock cover. And that wraps it up for us tonight, guys. We do ask that you get these orders in by Saturday afternoon. That gives us plenty of time to get them in. We appreciate y'all joining us. Check us out on our shows Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and always on Tuesday night with these. So we appreciate you guys joining us and spending a little time of your valuable time with us, and we will catch you next time.